Sawadee-ka. Thank you very much for joining us in the evening edition of NBT World Brief. You're with me every Saturday evening. I'm Shanita Sidakit Craythorne. The conflict in the Middle East has now entered its 8th day, with the United States and Israel continue heavy strikes on Iran, while Iran retaliates with attacks across the region. Fighting between Iran and U.S. and Israel forces has continued to intensify, with Tehran launching missiles and drones in response to ongoing attacks. Iran has targeted several countries seen as allies of Washington and Israel. One of the strikes hit an airport in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, forcing flight suspensions and leaving inbound aircraft circling in the air while waiting to land. Iran also reportedly struck a U.S. air defense system in the United Arab Emirates, attacked an American military position in Kuwait, and launched strikes towards Manama, the capital of Bahrain, where several explosions were reported. In Saudi Arabia, authorities said Iranian drones attempted to target key oil facilities in the eastern part of the country, but were intercepted before reaching their targets. Meanwhile, Iran also has come under renewed Israel attacks in Tehran, including damage near Marabat International Airport, where fires were reported. Israeli forces have also carried out strikes in Lebanon and moved ground troops toward the border area near Syria in operations against the Iran-backed group Hezbollah. As the conflict spreads across several Arab countries, the Arab League is preparing to hold an emergency virtual meeting tomorrow, following requests from Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, Jordan, and Egypt. Iranian officials say that the President Masoud Pezeshkian also received a phone call from Russian President Vladimir Putin, who urged Iran to halt the fighting and return to negotiation. Excuse me. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump says Washington will not enter any agreement with Iran unless the country surrenders unconditionally, adding that the United States would then oversee the selection of a new Iranian leader. The tensions in the Middle East are now affecting global air travel, with some passengers facing higher fare ticket prices on the routes between Asia and Europe. The Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand, or the CAAT, says the ongoing instability and flight disruptions in the Middle East are affecting international airline operations. The disruption has affected global flight networks, particularly routes that rely on Middle East hubs for connections, where many carriers have not yet returned to normal service. As a result, some passengers and travelers are shifting away from transit routes through the Middle East and choosing direct flights between Asia and Europe instead. The sudden increase in demand has pushed up ticket prices on certain routes, with fewer lower-priced seats available at short notice. The CAAT expects the situation to gradually improve by late March, when more airlines resume operations and international flight networks stabilize. In the meantime, travelers planning trips between Asia and Europe are advised to book flights in advance to secure more reasonable fares. The regulator is also monitoring rising jet fuel costs and coordinating with airlines to assess potential impacts on ticket prices, while exploring ways to help reduce the burden on passengers. Meanwhile, in Thai politics, the PALANG PRACHARATH party has voted to appoint a new leader after its former chief stepped down. Members of the PALANG PRACHARATH party have voted to appoint Ms. Trinut Tiantong as the party's new leader during its annual general meeting for 2026. Mr. Yuthana Sitabut also elected as the party's new Secretary General, alongside other Executive Committee members. The leadership change follows the resignation of former party leader General Prawit Wongsuwan, prompting the party to appoint a new executive team within the 60-day timeframe required by law. Speaking after the vote, Ms. Trinut said that she would do her best in a new role to ensure the party continues moving forward. She added that discussions with government leaders about potential cabinet positions will take place later, after parliamentary procedures and the selection of the Prime Minister are completed.
วันนี้เนี่ยเราก็พยายามทำวิ ที่สุดนะคะตลอดระยะเวลาที่ผ่านมาเนี่ยเราก็พยายามที่จะขับเคลื่อนแล้วก็วันนี้เนี่ยเราก็ได้พยายามที่จะเราได้มีโอกาสนะคะได้รับคำเชิญในการที่จะเข้าไปร่วมรัฐบาลนะคะซึ่งก็หลังจากที่มีความชัดเจนมากกว่านี้เราก็คงจะมีกำหนดทิศทางนะคะในการที่จะมาทำงานในการที่จะขับเคลื่อนพรรคให้เข้มแข็งต่อไปค่ะ
A new digital platform designed to speed up life-saving emergency response has been launched as the National Institute for Emergency Medicine marks its 18th anniversary. The National Institute for Emergency Medicine marks its 18th anniversary with the launch of a new digital platform designed to improve emergency response across the country. Public Health Minister Pathana Prapat presided over the ceremony and joined students and emergency personnel in a demonstration of basic life support, including CPR. During the event, the Institute also presented honorary awards to outstanding personnel as well as recognition for organizations that donated funds and equipment. Officials also unveiled the National Emergency Medical Digital Platform aimed at upgrading the country's 1669 emergency call and dispatch system. The platform will link emergency data nationwide, allowing faster coordination, greater accuracy and quicker response for patients in critical situations. The health minister says that the technology will play a key role in the future for emergency medicine as diseases, disasters and emergency incidents become more complex. Established under Thailand's Emergency Medical Act of 2008, the National Institute for Emergency Medicine oversees the country's emergency response network and the 1669 hotline, ensuring patients receive timely life-saving care and rapid transport to hospitals. Researchers in southern part of Thailand have developed a new way to turn palm oil waste into a high-value chemical, potentially creating millions of baht in added value from agricultural leftovers. A research team from Walailak University has successfully developed an innovation that converts empty oil palm fruit bunches, a common agricultural waste, into levulinic acid, a high-value biochemical used in multiple industries. The team, led by Assistant Professor Litwadi Jerbun and Associate Professor Wichit Panrongwong, plans to launch a pilot production facility later this month. Thailand generates more than 8,000 tons of empty palm waste each year. The material is typically sold at very low prices or burned, contributing to air pollution. Using the biocircular green economy concept, researchers developed a specialized reactor and a two-step extraction process that can convert about 6.7 kilograms of palm waste into 1 kilogram of levulinic acid. The compound is in high demand worldwide and can be used in energy products, food and pharmaceutical industries, and in environmentally friendly agricultural chemicals. The innovation could reduce Thailand's reliance on imported chemicals while increasing the value of palm waste of farmers. A demonstration plant with a 100-liter capacity will soon begin operations at the University's Science and Technology Park, with plans to scale up production in the future. And that wraps up this edition of NBT World Brief. You can stay updated with the latest development right here on NBT and NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Shanita Sidakit Kraython. Sawasdee ka.